Yeah, welcome you once again to Menalize TV, and this time around we are looking at perfect square trick. How to get a perfect square of given numbers. So when you have 2 square, we know that 2 square is the same as 2 times 2, which is 4. So the 4 there is the perfect square. Now when you have 3 square, the 3 square is given as 3 times 3, and we are getting 9. Now, what if the numbers are 2 digits? How do you go about it? This is what you want to look at this morning. So when you have 15 square, the 15 square is the same as 15 times 15. So this is how you go about it. So if you look at the first one, we have the arrow down. You subtract 5 from the first 15. And then the second 15, you add 5 to it. So when you subtract 5 from 15, you are going to get 10. And when you add 5 to 15, you are going to get 20. Now what will happen is, we now have 10 times 20 plus the square of the last number. The last number here is 5, so we are going to find the 5 square. So 10 times 20 will give us 200. The 200 plus 5 square. The 5 square is 5 times 5, and you are getting 25. Which means that 15 square, or 15 times 15, you are going to get 225. Another example. When you have 18 squared. So the 18 squared is the same as 18 times 18. So the first one, you subtract 8 from it. And then the second one, you add 8 to it. So when you subtract 8 from 18, you are going to get 10. And when you add 8 to 18, you are going to get 26. So now this is what you have. You have 10 times 26 plus the last number, which is 8. So we find the square of what? 8. So 10 times 26 will give us 260. So 260 plus 8 square, which is 64. So when you add the 2, you are going to get, you add the 64 to 260, you are going to get 324. So example 3, when you have 11 squared, so the 11 squared is the same as 11 times 11. So you draw the arrow down. So the last number here is 1. So we are subtracting 1 from 11 minus 1, and we are adding 1 to it. So when you subtract 1 from 11, you are getting 10, and when you add 1 to 11, you are getting 12. Now this is what we have. So we have the 10 times 12 plus the number that we are deducting, 1. So 1 square, or the last number. So what we have is 10 times 12 will give us 120. 120 plus 1 square, 1 square which is 1 times 1, and you are getting 1. So 120 plus 1 is giving us 121, which means that 11 squared is equal to 121. Let's take another one, number 4. When you have 13 squared, which is the same as 13 times 13. So the last number here is 3. So we subtract the 3 and you add the 3 to this side as well. So when you subtract 3 from 13, you are getting 10. You add 3 to 13, you are getting 16. So you now multiply the 10 by 16. So 10 times 16 plus the last number, the last digit, which is 3 squared. So 10 times 16 will give us 160 plus 3 squared. The 3 squared is giving us what? 9. So when you add 9 to 160, you are getting 169, which means that 13 squared, which is 13 times 13, you are going to get 169 as the perfect square. You can as well try this in your house and see if you get the same result. Use the calculator to prove me wrong.